I'm Marilyn and I'm a member of the FRG Kinship Carer panel. Yeah, the viability assessment was a disaster. I didn't really know what to expect at all. I didn't know anything before the viability assessment. I didn't know what to expect. All I knew was that I wanted my granddaughter home. And at the core group meeting at the hospital where the social workers came, I asked if I could step forward to care for my granddaughter. And the social worker visited me for a viability assessment. She made an appointment, but she didn't turn up. She said that she was due at court that day. My partner had taken a day off work, and he couldn't be there when she finally came. I had no idea what to expect, and she just hurled questions at me, and I just said, when she asked me what I would do if my son were to become aggressive, I just said I'd ignore him because he's got schizophrenia, but I didn't say that, and that was the wrong answer, and that made it negative, and nothing else that I answered really helped. That was it. Well, before the viability assessment, normally I'm the sort of person who would research and do my homework, but there was no guidance. I didn't know where to get any guidance, so I asked the social work manager what to expect, and he said, well, it's just common sense, really. And that's all the information that I got. Well, the viability assessment turned out to be negative. As the social worker prepared to leave, she said, well, it's negative. To all intents and purposes, I didn't stand a chance of getting my granddaughter home after that. And I feel that I should have been given a lot more information and guidance and support. If I'd known about FRG, then I would have had that probably. So the solicitor from my son's solicitor spoke for us, and she was really very good, and they arranged for me to be made party to proceedings, and the judge ordered a kinship assessment. It was decided we'd go along with the local authority one and see what happened, and as it turned out, the local authority one was very negative and very stressful, and in the end we did have an independent assessor, and that worked out really well. Well, I think that if I'd had the information at the beginning, if the attitude of the social worker had been different, if she'd given me support, if she'd actually listened, rather than ticking boxes, which is what she was actually ticking boxes. If she'd interviewed me properly and got to know our family, got to know what I was like, what my partner was like, what my son with Asperger's is like, because he's actually a very gentle person, and there's no problem with him whatsoever. So if she'd got to know each member of the family and saw where we were at, that would have paved the way for a kinship assessment. It was just done in the spirit of ticking boxes. There was no information, support or guidance whatsoever.